I'm Isabel Gustafson, Senior Editor for Club & Resort Chef. I'm here today with Daniel Montano, Executive Chef of the Berkshire Club. Thanks for joining us today, Chef.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I appreciate it. And I'm surprised you said my little Anya correctly in my last name. I don't think anybody ever gets that.
Well, now they know.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I've recently become the executive chef at the Berkshire Country Club in Reading, Pennsylvania. I've been there for about 5 or 6 months now. Before that, I worked at the Myers Park Country Club. I was a chef de cuisine over there, and I focused on the a la carte area. I have a wife and a daughter that's about 7 months old now. So it's been a lot of change going on in my life over the past couple of months.
New job and new baby, that's
yeah.
exciting. How has your new job differed from your past job?
Oh man, there's a lot more on my plate right now. Now I'm in charge of not only a la carte, but also events, banquets, writing those menus. For so long, I really focused on the a la carte side of the operation, but it's great to be stretched, I think, in the banquet side of the operation, because that's a huge part, I think, at any club, and the events that go along with it.
Can you tell us a little bit about this club that you're at now?
Yeah, so I think we have about 570 members right now, memberships. We cap off at 600, which is nice. For being a new guy, I don't want to get into the weeds, as we call it. Membership is really awesome, really kind. They seem very interested in the food that I'm bringing to the table. And again, cuisine is very different now for me, or in the region that I'm in now versus the South, where I've been, for the past 10 to 12 years. So I'm learning a lot. I'm learning a lot about their cuisine. I had never heard of snapper soup. Do you know what snapper soup is?
I have never had it.
So when I first heard about it, I thought it was like a fish stew or something. It's snapper turtle soup. And it kind of looks like pudding, so I thought that was kind of interesting, but I was threatened not to ever take that off because that's a staple around there. So yeah, I think that's kind of the quick run on the club.
Are there any other menu items that you serve at your club now that you would never serve at your last club?
Maybe snapper soup.
That's the main one, yeah. You're like, I can't get past
probably
the
snapper soup. I don't think that's a Southern thing. I'm not sure if they do that, at least not in the Carolinas that I know of. Probably that. Besides that, I'm starting to introduce a little bit of Southern cuisine. And so far, everybody's really liked it, enjoyed it. So I think they're excited to maybe try something different from what they're used to. And one thing that I noticed with membership there is the members have pretty much lived in that area all their life. So they're really used to what they're used to.
That must be an interesting challenge.
Yeah, very challenging. Again, just trying to, the best way to find out what they want is a table touch every night. So I go out to the dining room, talk to the members. I ask them to be brutally honest with me. I tell them the only way I'm going to be successful in pleasing your taste buds is if you're brutally honest with me. If you like something, tell me about it. If you don't like it, tell me about it. I think that honest communication has to be there, because the last thing I want is them saying, yeah, it was great, and then, as soon as I walk away, like, we don't really like Southern food. So right now it's a lot of trial and error. I'm trying things out, seeing what they want, and take note of it, keep on going.
What sort of events do you do?
Golf. Golf is a huge thing there. These members really love to golf. So along with golf is usually always food. So I think it's, always trying to figure out what kind of food items go great with a round of golf. So a lot of times you want to focus on maybe just something quick that you can just pick up and eat. You don't want to grab a chicken quarter, bone in, and have them try to walk around with that thing on the golf course while they're golfing. So I think that's that.
Can you talk a little bit about mentorship?
Yeah,
Who have been your mentors throughout the years?
Yeah, so mentorship is a crucial thing in this career. If I didn't have a great mentor or mentorship in my past, I would absolutely not be where I'm at. And so I've been fortunate enough to work with Chef Scott Craig for the past 4 to 5 years at Myers Park Country Club. And he's really set the bar and the example of what a great mentor is. I mean, I can't express enough how well-rounded he is as a mentor. And not only food, you know, again, in his family life, like I've been able to see an example of what a leader should look like in their family life. You do need to carve time for your family. You can't just be at work all the time because you will not be successful. And I hear so many stories of families being either separated or torn apart because of this career. Like that's a fact. And you know, I know we're all looking for change, and that's something that he was very big on that I really appreciated was, you know, take care of your family. If I ever had any kind of emergency, he was always quick to say, don't worry, we got this, we'll cover you, do what you need to do. That's something that I've definitely picked up from him, and that's something that I want to carry on. And that was one of the things I told the new guys or the new coworkers that I have is I want them to have a life out of this, because some of the first comments is like, oh, are you ready for the summertime? Oh, it's gonna be crazy. Are you ready to work 7 days a week? And you know, I don't like that. I want to be able to enjoy life outside of work. And so, you know, that's my goal now. My goal is to figure that part out. How, I don't think there's a straight formula that tells us this is what you have to do to get there. It's learning the cycle, it's learning obviously the job, and then figuring out how you can change that aspect and create a happy environment for your employees.
Are there any other ways that you hope to change the culture of the club world?
Yeah, I mean, I think, so one thing I'm terrible at, and my wife tells me this all the time, is social media. I'm the guy that, you know, hides behind the phone and just looks at everything he can. I don't like posting, but I think a lot of that stuff helps me. And so, like, that's really cool. I really appreciate that part, and I would love to maybe have something like that down the road. I just need to become a little more involved with social media, I think.
A little more active in sharing your own, your own recipes. That's cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Chef.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
For more interviews like this, visit clubandresortchef.com.